Years ago my heart was set to live. Oh, and I've been trying hard against unbelievable odds. It gets so hard in times like now to hold on. But guns that wait to be stuck by, at my side is God. And there ain't no one going to turn me around. Ain't no one going to turn me around. There's people around.
We back, people. Part two of the night, man. Hope you're doing well. What's up, that Dave? Back in action this time, burning the midnight oil, 3 a.m. wherever you are. Night Owls Unite. We will be going over top 60 of this new Rolling Stone Best Singers list. You call out here at 4:30 in the afternoon. That's what I'm talking about. Again, Nicole in the future. What's up, dude? Matt's gonna get that dub, Nicole. That's what I'm talking about. Matt's gonna get that dub, Nicole. I knew something was. I was like, man, Big Star coming with an echo or something on here. Yeah, I didn't have my screen muted on here. That's what Sean was telling me. That, hey, we're a little tough tonight. What's up, Lithia? Yeah, let me know what you'd like to swap out, and we'll get that taken care of. Little Big Star action. The number one record, 1972. I'd say pretty comfortably my favorite Big Star record. Gotcha, Lithia.
At my side is God. And there ain't no one going to turn me around. Ain't no one going to turn me around. Ain't no
All right.
one going
Gotcha.
to turn me around. Ain't no one going
Alex Chilton, an incredible artist, man. The whole power pop style of this early 70s Big Star is always impressive, man. People who love Big Star, they're into Big Star, man. They've only had 3 records. Don't quote me on that, but I believe there's only 3. I like it, Lithia. Ballad of Del Budo. Thanks to Rodney for requesting that one. And Lithia, speaking of you, we're gonna get a little Herbie Hancock up in here with Cantaloupe Island. Let's go, man. Let's go. Soundland was coming in strong on that Stone opinion. Good to go. My guy Kevin up in here. Let's go, man. Happy New Year to you, Kevin. Really appreciate your kind words over on Facebook. been a supporter of the channel from way back, as has Nicole and Evan David. Herbie Hancock, I believe, Lethea, he's still out there. He's still, he came to some college, I believe, maybe last year, to perform. And so I was impressed that he was still out there at, what is he, 82? Herbie liked because of course this is one of his more famous compositions, and then we have Watermelon Man as well. This track recorded for this was all the way back 1964. Gary and Isles. During his early years as a member of Miles Davis's 60s quintet. Talk about star power right there, man. Miles and Herbie, come on. I didn't know that, Evan Dave. I'll have to be keeping that in mind. Pete Townsend, first to come up with the term power pop. I'll have to be keeping that in mind. Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about this a lot, but I definitely want to get into jazz a little bit more. I'll be done with my James Brown discography this week for sure. And I don't know what I'm gonna go to next. I want to go with something totally different, right? Shoot, maybe I go through Elton John stuff. We were talking about Elton John in part one, and I need to hit up Elton's earlier stuff for sure. I mean, this melody here is just so catchy. I like it, Lethea. We don't get a lot of jazz on the channel, but when we do, it's usually fire. On the original recording, oh yeah, you had the great Ron Carter on bass. You had Freddie Hubbard up in here on the cornet as well. Like, these are names I recognize. Even if I couldn't tell you a ton about them, right? What else do we got on here? 2000, this track placed 19 on a jazz24.org. It's 100 quintessential jazz songs. Let's go. That's right, Herbie has won an Academy Award, 14 Grammys, including his Album of the Year in 2007, where he did that Joni Mitchell tribute. Joni Mitchell, of course, loved jazz, worked, covered a lot of Charles Mingus's tracks as well. Yeah, Kevin, we're doing a Who Top 10 for Evan David. Sean and I are filming that this week. So that's going to be some good fun. Got some cool live performances up in there as well, because, you know, everybody who saw him back in the day said the Who live was, you know, top tier of their era. I remember some Ricky Lee Jones that you brought, Lethea, that really impressed me. Yeah, I mean, after the album drafts, Nicole, and I know you know this too, since you did the same type of deal, like, you're listening to, whatever, 30 albums for a given year, it's like, okay, now I can, and I like following an artist from front to back, their, like, catalog discography, right, because, I don't know, you just get to see that's what's been a treat on the James Brown run, somebody I didn't know a ton about, and just to see how he evolved over time, right? Thanks to Lethea for bringing that. We're gonna switch gears a little bit, something I'm looking forward to. I didn't know this man had an unplugged record. We got Cut Across Shorty, Rod Stewart. Let's go. We'll get another jam going after this, and then we'll kind of dissect the top places on this Rolling Stone Top Singers of All Time list. We'll see if anybody's got any hot takes in here. I did not, Tylen. I'll get Aaliyah after this song, dude. Bound. I always make sure that people are in here. And I know that was weird having to end at part 1 right before, but no, I got more than a woman on deck. Ron Wood on this performance. Let's go, Lethea. Let's go. What year we got on this, Lethea? Let's see. 1993. Rod Stewart placed pretty high, I believe, on this top singers list as well. Eddie Cochran has a version of this song. Didn't the Sex Pistols cover it too? Let me look that up. I see the Eddie Cochran. I'm not seeing the Pistols version, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Hey, 93, those formative years. It's always interesting to kind of look back at your formative years, right? Whether it's movies or TV or anything, just how much that shapes the rest of your life for a lot of people, right? Like, I've always enjoyed this band or this style of music, and I always will. Hey, my guy Keychain back in the cut. Let's go. I was a big fan of the Unplugs I've listened to. I obviously didn't live in the time when they were at their peak in the 90s, of course. But didn't they try to revive the Unplugged series like a couple years back? And I don't know if anything really became of it, but I knew that they were going to try to revamp MTV a little bit, and probably didn't bring in the ratings that Challenge or any of the other various reality programming and TV shows. Rod always seems to pay respects to the legends, I think, so you hear Eddie Cochran's name brought up a lot from guys that made it big in the 60s and the 70s. It's being an influence. I feel he doesn't get brought up a ton talking nowadays, just as more time has passed. But, hey, Nicole, they'll always be there. This is Rod Stewart, Tylen. This is a 90s Rod Stewart going unplugged. Thanks again to Lethea for bringing this one. What is y'all's favorite Unplugged record? For me, I'm basic, but I really loved Alice in Chains. Just to hear Lane really let loose. And of course Nirvana. It's probably the most famous Unplugged Clapton's really talking about as well, but I do love the Nirvana Unplugged performances. Alright, we're gonna shift gears a little bit. Going to Aaliyah right here. More Than a Woman off of her self-titled. And I believe the only full Aaliyah record I've listened to, Tylen. So, but this made my list for the year 2001 on our album drafts. Got that really Thailand, you'll know this. This definitely has the marks, though, of that Timberland production style, where I feel Timberland was just running things back in the early 2000s. Really funky synths, just. Let's look here. Thailand, you know, if you think I'm sexy, that's a party anthem. This reached #1 in the UK, her only track to do so in that country. Also reached the top 10 in Croatia and Scotland. Let's go. Show the white people can still get down. Not commercially released in the States. Still peaked at 25 on the Hot 100. And she performed this on her final performance ever on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno as well. Written by the great Static Major as well. He's a guy that probably should be brought up more time. Yeah, I do love just the synthetic bass. It definitely, that's interesting. I didn't know that Timberland was intrigued with the Eastern culture at this time, man. Like, just such a pretty sounding voice, man, against the, harsher, more bombastic bass underneath. I'm sure people have made a nice matchup with this and the Bee Gees song for them. That'd be sick. Oh, let's go, man, dude! You couldn't escape the song "Lollipop" back in the daytime. That was when Wayne was at the top of his game commercially. Yeah, it went to 1 in the UK and a couple other countries, and I feel, Thailand, he's the Aaliyah expert of the group. I feel it's one of her more famous songs. I'm looking here, 28 million streams on Spotify, and man, this comes right after Rock the Boat. Come on now. R.I.P. Aaliyah. Great track, great request right there. All right, man. What's up, Ed? Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're still taking some song requests, man. I got some food in me, and I'm recharged. I was ready to go, and we got some good stuff in the queue. Keychain, are you here in the chat? 100%. Just because I don't want to play your track, and just a little bit, y'all. We'll go through this Rolling Stone list and see who's hating where's the listings that people are losing their mind about. It's always fun when Rolling Stone magazine releases a list like that and gets the people going, gets the people talking. All right, we're gonna go now. Bobby Caldwell. What you won't do for love. Oh baby, you know those horns already be hitting. What an album cover. That's the goal, right? Sun setting, I'm sitting on a park bench. I search to find the love within. Oh, don't get me started on 50, Nicole. Get rich or die trying. Absolutely. In so many ways, I want to go back. I know Thailand just noted the very Y2K like video. Those early 2000s times, some of my earliest memories. so different from the world we're in today. I just want to get a time machine, go back. How many babies born from this? We'd have to count high for this. Come on. 1978. Let's go. By far, Bobby's most popular tune to this day. 135 million streams. Let's go. Nicole's saving this to the playlist. I think anyone who hadn't had it saved to a playlist. It's now in one. Hey, thanks, Ed. Little John Cale action. From your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Leithia, this might be you brought some bangers tonight, but this might be the best. This might be the best you brought. What you won't do for love. You've tried everything, but you won't give up. Yeah, Nicole. It just goes back to sometimes you'd like to go back, experience back in mind. A lot of good memories from the early 2000s. What I would not do, make me do for love. What I would not do. Bro, I got you in the queue. Evan David, you're out here at 4 a.m. hanging out with us. I will get Ace Frehley up in the queue. I like too how the horns get a little softer right at this moment, you know? Kind of draw you in a little bit. I can't remember if I answered your question, Ed, but yeah, holidays were pretty good, man. Nice and chill. Worst part was our water froze. So we have like this water softener thing, just because the water around here, I don't know, they just use so many like chemicals to clean it and everything. So we got this thing that almost filters that out. But because of that, it freezes easier for some reason. And here in Texas, like, it's not built like up north where it's insulating well, so it doesn't take much to freeze them, and we just forgot to drip the water. But it was out for like a day and a half, and the sun was about to set, and we were like, we're gonna be toast. It was Christmas Eve, and then boom, the water just started coming on right as the sun was going down. A Christmas miracle indeed. Ooh, a little Supremes. I see you, Ed. Thanks to Leithia for helping us get our groove on here. All right. Speaking of my guy Ed, we're gonna move. Let me see. Yeah, we'll play one or two more tracks and then go to this Rolling Stone list. I keep teasing it and not going over to the list, but we'll be there soon. We're going to Half Past France. John Cale, off of his Paris 1919 record, which I listened to a couple years back and remember enjoying. If you don't know John Cale, best known as a member of the Velvet Underground, arguably the most influential underground alternative rock band of all time, and alternative rock next week. I wasn't even trying to do that, but that's our theme next week. I gotta look what I gave this on Rate Your Music. Yeah, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. So
not so cold.
This is my favorite of the bunch, though.
Wonder when we'll be in Dundee. Old Harvick knows his way around.
You read a strong 3.5, Nicole. Strong 3.5.
Get to see my son again. But from here on, it's got to be
Hey, thanks, Tyler.
a simple case of them on me.
Get the queen herself, Aretha.
If they're alive, then I am dead. Pray God and eat your daily bread. Take your time. We're so far away, floating in this bed.
Yeah, I'm looking here, Ed. When did I rate this? October 2021. So yeah, a little over a year. And it's only 31 minutes long, so pretty to the point album, which always works in its favor. Bethia notes, anyone likes this? Check out the Saw Doctors. A lot of the same vocal sound and cadence. And yeah, I believe John Cale is Welsh. A fellow Welshman out there. Hey, you won't hear me complaining about some Aretha in the queue, Tyler. No, you're right, Nicole. I gotta listen to some garbage. I saw Black Eyed Peas came out with another just abysmal record by the looks of it, Nicole.
Take your time. We're so far away, floating in this bed.
Very lush. Very lush sounding. Man, thanks to Ed for bringing this. It had been ages since I had heard this track, but revisiting it, yeah, I might have to go back to this record. Yeah, BU was a Lou Reed special. Half past France. All right, man. Let's. I'm looking here. We got 5 songs in the queue. Let me play one more, and then we'll go over to this Rolling Stone list and see what we got. And Keychain, if you're in here, let me know, because I will get your tune rocking and rolling as well. But speaking of the top vocalist, we're going to spoiler. Who was number 1 on the list? It was Aretha. Aretha Franklin coming in here, the Queen of Soul herself. This is a track, Willing to Forgive. Thailand brought this. Noted this was pinned by Babyface. Let's go.
I read her letters, and I saw her picture, and I smelled her cheap perfume. Must have come from you. How could you touch her? Lay down beside her.
Gotta turn it up. Crank it up.
There just ain't no excuse. You shouldn't have been so loose. I saw a telephone bill, you must be out of your mind. If you think it
Released May 1994, so a little later era Aretha right here, man.
well, I'm willing to forgive.
Appeared on her greatest hits 1980 to 1994 record. Reached 26 on the Hot 100. If you don't know, I know we don't talk a lot R&B on here. But this was written by Babyface, who is just a legend in the field. He's an incredible producer. He has a ridiculous amount of number one R&B hits throughout his life. Lots of Grammys.
You should have been here with me. You just couldn't do it. You had to be in the street.
I gotta steal that, Lethea. Smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy. I'm seeing here, I'm looking at Babyface's Wikipedia, and Bootsy Collins was the one who named him Babyface because he looks so young. I've never heard this track before, Thailand, but the production and obviously the vocals from Aretha are incredible. Another one to add to the hard list. Ooh, I see you, Nicole. Gonna go through all the things he produced. Dude, you really can't go wrong with Motown, Ed. that era is so special. I'm looking forward to hearing this Supreme track. So smooth sound. Come on. Sweet, gotcha, Ed. I'll be looking forward to hearing this medley as well. David Bowie. Might have heard of him. Still gotta see the Moon Age Daydream. I still gotta see it. Alright. I think this is our cue to go to the actual list. Let's go, man. Thanks to Thailand for bringing that. And let's go. Little display capture action over here. All right, I'm just gonna go because Rolling Stone's interface is absolutely abysmal and littered with ads. But we'll go from 60 onwards. We got the legendary Kate Bush. Y'all know my feelings about her. I definitely would put her on this list of greatest singers. She's one of my favorite vocalists, male or female. So yeah, I'm down with that. We got the legend himself, Howlin' Wolf. I'm not going to pretend that I know all of Howlin' Wolf's catalog, but a blues legend from the 50s, maybe a little 40s action as well. Smokestack Lightning has been covered and used in a ton of different movies and everything throughout the years. And I mean, just look at it's Howlin' Wolf, man. Like, these blues legends are great. Lady Gaga coming in at number 58 right here. I've always been a big Lady Gaga fan as far as pop stars go. And hey, she has the same illness I do, fibromyalgia, and she's still out here crushing it. We got Brian Wilson when a photo I've never seen of him, but I like it, Brian, of the Beach Boys fame. Yeah, he's not somebody that would come to mind like boom right off the top of my head, but you know, this is I'm not gonna go wrong. He's excellent. He's excellent. Barry White. Do we even need to say any more? Has any artist had more children conceived to their music than Barry White? I mean, one of the best low voices you've ever heard in your life. Love me some Barry White. We got the great Tina Turner coming in here at number 55. I gotta get more versed with her and her work, but the stuff I've heard of her is fantastic, right? Her solo stuff, and of course the Ike and Tina stuff as well. My guy Rodney's back in here. Let's go. Willie Nelson at number 54. I like he says it here. I never pretended to have a great voice. It works, and I can carry a tune. And that's part of it being like a great singer, right? Are we going just by what is your range? What is this? What is that? Or some of my favorite vocalists technically might not be like the greatest of the great, but they get that emotion out and they can deliver that emotion through the lyrics that they're saying and make you feel that. I put that at more of a like a heightened than just your pure technical ability. Miriam Makeba, I'm not going to pretend I know her stuff, but they did a good job on this list, I will say, of kind of going a little more world music based and like different era based. And so that's part of the fun of these lists, is finding other artists to explore. Of course, Mick Jagger, Rolling Stones fame, getting into it right here. I think most of us know Mick Jagger. Sade, the great Sade, 80s legend. I've only heard a couple of her records, and I've quite enjoyed everything that I've heard that she's put out, man. An absolute legend. Let's see. Oh, let's go. Get some Tina up in here. Lithia notes, Willie is distinctive songwriter. He has the absolute right to perform his own music. Ditto to Dylan. Yes, 100%. I'm glad to see the Sade love up in here as well. All right, let's go. You see, man? There we go. All right, top 50 now. Joni Mitchell coming in at number 50, the Canadian songbird herself, one of the great songwriters in music history. Definitely deserves a place on this list. As did Rod Stewart. We were talking about the man earlier, and now here he is. And yeah, I from that era, Rod's one of my favorites, from his work with the Faces to his solo stuff. Great. Tony Braxton, another one where I of course know the name. Gotta explore the catalog a little bit more. So, whenever I can't speak on something, I'm not going to, but I know she's ridiculously acclaimed. The great Linda Ronstadt as well. We have multiple reactions of her, and man, people who love Linda Ronstadt love Linda Ronstadt. A lot of people's first crushes, it seems, from back in the day. So that's pretty cool. Oh, my guy Ben Hosel in the cut, man. Have we passed Ed Sheeran yet? Gosh, Ben, if Ed's on this list, bad things are gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say. The great Mavis Staples, another absolute legend. Staples singers. I think everybody knows the track "I'll Take You There." I'm not gonna cover it for you, but that's their most famous work. And again, an artist I gotta explore a little bit more. We're going in the Wayback Machine. The legendary Ella Fitzgerald. From her first recording, 1938. Ella, if she wasn't out here, a lot of these other artists that we were talking about probably would not be up here, right? Probably would not be up here. So let's keep on keeping on. We're out here. I was talking about him earlier, and I'll tell you what, man, I've really enjoyed going through his catalog, James Brown, and he can pull off the ballads actually really well. And dude, he oozes charisma with just the oohs and ahs, the good God, just all this stuff, just going through his catalog. One of the legends in American music history. Ariana Grande. My sister was a huge fan of Ariana, and by definition, she has a huge range. I will admit, my parents and sister said she was all right. They saw her in concert. She said they were all right. This seems a little high for her, but hey, what can you say? I'm just glad that Teddy Pendergrass was rated above her. Again, a 70s legend right here. Can't go wrong with that. And then the great Etta James, again, a blues legend that I gotta explore a little more. And of course, my guy Thailand, he knows this. Aaliyah out here, number 40. Love seeing that. Just based on the song we heard tonight, man, she deserves a place on this list. Great Louis Armstrong coming in right here. When you're talking true legends, like Louis Armstrong might be on the Mount Rushmore of American just importance of history, right? Like he was one of I know, like the first black entertainers back in the I don't know 20s. Am I off on that? Somewhere in there. And yeah, from 1929. And I perused his Wikipedia one day. But yeah, he he's an artist I have to explore more, but everything I've heard of him, I I quite enjoy. The great Curtis Mayfield, soul legend, filming Superfly tomorrow or sometime this week with Sean. Love me some Curtis Mayfield, and fantastic voice as well. Van Morrison, y'all know I'm not a huge fan of Van Morrison. He wouldn't make a top 50 singers of all time for me, but you know, he is one that is able to really get his voice into the right type of a pitch and just kind of a sound to like go with his storytelling. That I mean, great lyricist, yes. Singer, never been there for me. Somebody famously said recently on one of our comments that Van Morrison is the greatest vocalist of all time, and that gave me a good chuckle. No Van Morrison hate, but hey, Kurt Cobain. There's no way I would have him this high on the list, and I love Nirvana, but Lane Staley's not on this entire list in the top 200. Cobain's above Cornell. I don't know. And I love Kurt, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Dusty Springfield. Let me see. Let me catch up. Let me catch up on the chat. What's up to Jonathan Earl? Sound Lab back up in here. Van is in Lethea's top 5. Wow. I respect it. I respect it. Dusty Springfield, I love her record from Dusty in Memphis. Go check that out if you want, and we'll keep going. Tom York, my guy. Tom York, not for everybody. I particularly enjoy him, Radiohead's frontman. Especially his falsettos can get really beautiful and go well with kind of the very lush and sometimes spacey music that Radiohead does. Bessie Smith, the legend, all the way back from the 20s and 30s. Again, I'm not going to speak on it, but I believe that she should probably be up there just based on her influence. The great David Bowie, the legend, one of the greatest musicians to ever live. Yeah, and his range too throughout his whole career is fantastic. We're getting up there. A little Luther Vandross. Let's go, baby. Again, somebody whose catalog I gotta dive into a little bit more, but anytime you hear some Luther, you know it's gonna be smooth as velvet. I like that. I didn't even know he was called the Velvet Voice. Let's go. We're gonna again throw it way back. Hank Williams, the OG country legend from I don't even know. He's been what, 40s, 30s, way back in the day. Of course, his son into the music industry as well. Shaka Khan coming in at number 29 right here. And then we got Leah Jackson, again, a name that I've heard a bit, maybe had a couple song requests throughout the years on the streams. A gospel legend, so to speak, right there. Dolly Parton, the great Dolly, coming in at number 27 right here. Always love when Dolly gets her flowers. All right, we got Paul McCartney as we are now getting to the top 25 people. Lennon above McCartney on this. How are our thoughts on that in the chat? Do we like do we like Lennon or McCartney's voice more? Even though I like Lennon more, I'd say that McCartney's the better singer. But that's just me. And once you get to this point, y'all, you know, some people get fixated on the numbers. It's like these are all in the top tier. Number 25, the great Mary J. Blige, coming fresh off of a bit of a, I don't know, I'd say career resurgence, but a bit more in the popular sphere coming off of the Super Bowl performance, and I believe she's going on tour again. She's got some pipes, man. George Jones, I mean, did anyone ever have this much style as George Jones? So I believe his initials are embroidered in there. Let's go. And let's Ed's with me on McCartney. Okay, let's go. I know Nicole's a John stan. Let's keep going. All right, number 23, Smokey Robinson, a living legend. He was performing on Jimmy Kimmel Live recently. He's 80-something years old and still out here putting in the work. And we were talking about Motown earlier and Smokey Robinson. You can't talk about Motown and not talk about Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, man. I mean, Tracks of My Tears, Love I Saw Was Just a Mirage, Ooh Baby Baby. Taught the Beatles how to sing, as Paul McCartney put it. Smokey Robinson was like God in our eyes. Come on now. You don't know any Smokey, man. Get on that. We got Adele here at number 22. Adele, great vocalist. Not a huge fan of her records as a whole, but that's just me. I feel she just kind of stays in her lane, and she does that well. Just for my taste, I've never been one to rush to revisit her work, but I recognize the brilliance of her, just straight up voice. The great Nina Simone, man. I am a big fan of Nina, and just the fact she was in that Summer of Soul documentary that came out last year, and man, from her civil rights stuff to she just has that I don't care what you think about me attitude, on top of being like one of the great vocalists to ever live. So I like that. Aretha and Smokey's duet of "Ooh Baby Baby" on Soul Train was so smooth. I gotta check that out, man. Jonathan Earl's with me on that as well. All right, let's go. Is it ages to say some of these young singers need to marinate a bit? I get what you mean. Like the great Marvin Gaye. I thought he might be top 10. He's probably in my top 10 personally. And again, just an absolute legend in American music history. And he's somebody else's entire catalog I'm looking forward to go to. His range is incredible. And to this day, what's going on? One of the great albums to ever exist. Oh, Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. Let's go. We're in the top 20 now, people. We're in the top 20. Frank Sinatra. Another guy. I've heard a lot of his 50s work, and he has that old school type of crooner type of style, which some people love, some people hate, but hey, you're gonna feel it. And he was just cool as can be, even to this day, man. All right, we're going now to Celia Cruz. I gotta admit, this is a name on here that I had never heard of, and I've heard of pretty much everyone on this list, even if I'm not familiar with their music. So she's somebody I guess I need to keep an eye on. She rose to fame in Cuba, came star in New York City. So hey, I'll have to check her out. All right, next up we got the king himself, Elvis Presley. Yeah, I mean, Elvis has an incredible voice. He had the looks. He was everything that was needed at that time in the 50s, right, to become a superstar. And again, he's really good at getting that emotion through as well. Yeah, great singer. I mean, it's Elvis. Come on now. Prince. This man just oozed sexuality no matter what he did. Shirtless right here. I love Prince and the way that he, again, some of Prince's high notes, man, whenever, like on the track Bambi from Dirty Mind, whenever he just hits that, or Uptown, to his more ballad-like stuff, and then, even all the way up through the 90s to the end of his life, some fantastic, one of the great musicians in American history as well. Bob Dylan, I'm sure this is going to be controversial. Again, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, from technical ability to the ability to just like Dylan. To me, he's always been able. He's like perfect for the lyrics that he writes, and I think that's a big part for me of being a great vocalist. So I know that one's probably quite controversial. We got Freddie Mercury coming in here at number 14. I'm sure the Queen fans are like, how in the world is Freddie Mercury not in the top 10? And as I said, I think right here, man, you're getting to the top of the line. That the difference from like 14 to 4 probably is not that great, right? So we're splitting hairs here. Freddie, I mean, what can you say? The power in Freddie's voice has always been up there for me as some of the best ever. Next up, Patsy Cline, going to the throwback. My early country is kind of a blind spot, but everybody says that Patsy's a legend. I do love her song "Crazy." But yeah, that's about all I can say about her. John Lennon, my guy, coming in at number 12, and like I was talking about, I'd have him above McCartney, but man, the part of the greatest songwriting duo of all time, and it's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT for me. Well, maybe not the GOAT, but you know what I mean. He's up there, and always been my favorite Beatle, and probably always will be. We're almost to the top 10, y'all. Going to Little Richard right here, the legend himself, the showman, the charismatic superstar. And I mean, without Little Richard, like, again, talking about the Beatles, like they took such an influence from him. And Sean actually did a nice in memoriam thing to Little Richard whenever he passed a couple years back. And his story is incredible. All right, we're into the top 10, y'all. I appreciate you hanging on. Let's go. Going now, number 10, Al Green, baby, let's go. I've only listened to one of his records. I know a lot more of his songs. I think even to this day, his greatest hits sells pretty well on vinyl. And man, he's just great. I'm sure you can hear my dog barking outside. He wants to get in on the vocal action, right? But the great Al Green coming up now, number 9. We're going to be sitting on the dock of the bay. Otis Redding. Again, Otis is somebody. If you haven't seen 1967 Monterey Pop Festival, you have HBO Max. They just have Otis's performance on there. And I didn't know much of Otis Redding. I knew his biggest hits, but then I watched that from Monterey Pop Festival, and I was just like, yeah, I see why this guy was absolute dynamite and magic. I think he's on for 30 minutes, and it's just incredible. So go check that out. Next up, going to 8, another controversial one, I'm sure for a lot of people. We got Queen Beyonce out here. I mean, she is an incredible vocalist. I mean, what can you say? And I was really impressed by going through these album drafts to hear the talent. Especially, I think she's hit her peak, honestly, in the past decade with her self-titled record with Lemonade. I really enjoyed her record this past year with Renaissance. A lot of different styles that she can pull off, and she is an incredible entertainer as well. So some people I know are going to debate, top 10, how in the world? But she's, she is a musical legend, man. Going now, number 7, Stevie Wonder. Pound for pound, Stevie might, he's got to be up there. He's got to be up there for most talented American musicians of all time. Signed a record deal at 11 years old, had a number 1 hit and Fingertips at the age of 13, I believe. Plays almost all his instruments, and then had one of the greatest runs in music history in the 70s, culminating in one of the best albums ever, Songs in the Key of Life. So I love me some Stevie Wonder. Going now, Ray Charles, number 6 up here. Again, I know the big hits from Ray, but I don't really know his his work probably as well as I should. So that's someone else this year I'm looking to go into a little bit more, but everybody who talks about Ray loves him. All right, Lethea called it. She was like, "Where's Ray Charles at? Where's Ray Charles?" All right, we're to the top 5. Roy Orbison. That's a good question. I don't know where he was on this list. Evan David. That's a great question. He should definitely be. I mean, shoot, he should have been up here. He should have been up here at some point. Number 5, Mariah Carey, and I'm sure this is gonna just put some people through the roof. I'm not a Mariah Carey fan. I mean, I'm not, but you can't. I mean, her voice is exceptional. You can't deny that, and the talent there. There's no shot she'd be in my top 10. But hey, it's not my white boy list right here. So Mariah up here at number 5, and then we're into the top 4 again. Going back to the jazz vocal legends, we have the great Billie Holiday. Again, she's an artist I know of, and the stuff I know of her is great. Listen to Strange Fruit, Blood on the Leaves, sampled that Kanye song to a great degree, and Joni Mitchell even said Billie's the one that touches me the deepest. So there you go, Billie. All right, number 3. This has been my if you've heard me before, my pick for best singer ever is Sam Cooke. So I'm glad to see that he is here at number 3. He is the highest male vocalist on this list, and taken too soon from us. And man, his stuff too, live at the Harlem Club. You got to listen to that. He sounds maybe even better live than he did in studio. It was incredible. What's up to Josh up in here? What's up to Josh? Elton's number 100. Okay. Ed's with me on the Mariah, her voice being pretty incredible. All right, and we're down to the final 2. Number 2, a gal whose movie just came out recently. We have Whitney Houston. I mean, you can't deny. I mean, we all know "I Will Always Love You." Whenever Whitney goes into that next register, top tier, very few artists have ever probably been able to do that. Again, as far as Whitney goes, I know a couple of her records, her biggest stuff. I got to go into her catalog, obviously, a little bit more is there. And again, tragic figure in music, but left behind a big legacy. And then number 1, the Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin. We just came off a request by her. The thing with Aretha that always strikes me is the power and the control in her voice. You know, sometimes singers try to go and belt something out and they're a little shaky on it. Aretha, I mean, shoot, you can tell in this photo right here, just again, just had that confidence and had that ability to make you feel something. And that she's kind of the total package. I'm not going to have any qualms with her being at the top of the list. So there we go, people. Thanks to everybody for kind of hanging out and going around here. Leonard Cohen, where was Leonard Cohen, man? Where was Johnny Rotten? Where was Tom Waits? Tom Waits didn't make the list, Josh. I swear to you, I believe Tom Waits should have been on the top 200. Exactly. Anyways, with that said, man, we're gonna get back. Where was George Michael? That's a great question. I only looked at the top 60. My biggest omissions and people talking. Celine Dion did not make the top 200, which kind of seems a bit sus. And Lane Staley didn't make it. For me, as a Alice in Chains big fan, and I believe he was the best vocalist of the grunge era. Him and Cornell. That just is shocking to me that Lane Staley didn't make the top 200. But hey, what can you do? Leave it to Rolling Stone magazine to get us a bit fired up with the list that they come out with. All right. With that said, y'all, let's go back to it. Let me get Ed's tune up here. Get a little. We are here for It's Time to Break Down the Supremes. Let's go, baby. Thanks to Ed for bringing that, and thanks to all of you for following along with this top singers list. And thanks to Jonathan Earl for putting a lot of the a lot of like go-to songs that you need to listen to from those artists, man. I appreciate that, Jonathan. I wonder. I don't know where Robert Plant or Daltrey were. SoundLab. I gotta look at that. Man, and I saw too, Celine, really sad news. She got like this really rare illness and condition that just seems awful, like where your body just shuts down and you eventually like can't move. So, man, prayers up to Celine. Yeah, something neurological, Thailand. I'd never heard of the illness before. It seems pretty rare. Speaking of the Supremes, I'm surprised we didn't come across Diana Ross on this list, did we? I've never heard the Supreme songs before, Ed, but it's already getting the heart treatment. Let's go. I'm seeing Roy Orbison, number 71, Evan David. Look, what else do we got up in here? David Ruffin was 66. York, number 64. Robert Plant, 63. George Michael, 62. Elton was 100, as y'all mentioned. Usher, 97. The lovely Stevie Nicks was 93. Diana Ross was 87. Okay. And Michael Jackson, 86. I'm surprised he wasn't higher, actually. Amy Winehouse, 83. Steve Perry, 82. So a lot of the names y'all were mentioning, they were in the top 100. They were just maybe in a different order. Dude, Ben, it's kind of crazy that the guy SoundLab who put Delp in his list, he found the channel through our Boston video. My buddy Ben out there, man. The third video in RTTC channel history was the Boston debut record. And that it was still great. It was still great. This was an incredible song from 1970s record New Ways But Love Stays. I do love me some Supremes, man. Keychain, you in here, dog? Oh, Stop in the Name of Love, Jonathan. A certified bona fide classic. Come on, man. All right, man. We got let me see. We got about 4 more songs left on the night, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I'm gonna go to Lethea's track "Shake It" from Ian Matthews. After that, we'll get a little Sade up in here, a little David Bowie, and some Ace Frehley for my guy Evan David as well.
Here she comes right.
Yeah, Where Did Our Love Go? That's a really strong release right there, Nicole. That's where I would start. And man, Jonathan, you got me. I gotta check out that Diana Marvin album. I'm sure that's incredible. Oh yeah, Baby Love. She's a banger. All right, Ian Matthews from 1978. Again, getting that thick bass down. Hey, there you go, Lethea. Like I said, I'm you know me, I'm a sucker for a good bass. Thanks to everybody for joining. Like I said, next week, man, be back same time, same place, with an alternative rock theme. So should be fun. Think of Foreigner. I gotta be honest. I don't know a lot of Foreigner. I don't think I've spun a full Foreigner record before in my life, but I know that they're loved, and I mean they're played a lot on that AOR hard rock radio. I know I need to check out their record 4 at the very least. Okay, you did spin it, Nicole. Well, there you go. See? When have I ever led y'all astray? All right, man. This was just an easy, smooth on the ears type of jam. All right, we're gonna go now to a little "Soldier of Love," Sade, from the album of the same name. says it came out 2010. Okay, the Sade I know is a record Love from the early 90s, and of course Diamond Life from the 80s. After that, yo, we got a couple more tunes.
I've lost the use of my heart, but I'm still alive.
Now, yeah, me and Ben have talked about this before. I was definitely a little lower on that Boss Baby than I probably should have been. It had to grow on me, you know?
It's a wild, wild west. Doing my best.
Lethea says her concert performance of this is great as well. Sade and Aaliyah share the same birthday, January 16. Hey, coming up soon. Just like my dog, Finn, up in here. Be coming up in a few weeks.
Soldier love every day and night. I'm a soldier love.
The drums on here got me feeling some type of way, Tyler.
I've been torn up inside. I've been left behind. So I ride.
I've never thought of it like that, Jonathan, but that is such an accurate statement. Most of Sade's hits sound like they should be in James Bond.
Stay alive.
After this show, we got a little David Bowie medley coming your way. Bam, bam.
I'm a soldier love every day and night. I'm a soldier love all the days of my life. I am loved but I don't doubt.
Are we getting rain? No, I don't think we've got any actual rain like the. It was really cloudy today. So I'm surprised it didn't come down. I'll be going on a little walk after this, man. Sitting in this chair, get me all cramped up, and 68 degrees outside, so perfect walking weather.
I know that love will come. I know that love will come. Turn it on.
Dun, dun. Man, Thailand, you brought the heat tonight, my friend.
Soldier love. I'm a soldier.
Dun, 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 dun. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. I know it was a super duper long stream tonight, man. Part one, we were rocking and rolling, man, with some greats, and appreciate everybody hanging out for part two as well. Like I said, Sean will be back Wednesday, and I'll be back next week. 2023 gonna be biggest year in RTTC history. I'm calling it now. I'm calling my shot.
I'm a soldier love. I'm a soldier.
Sade looks absolutely incredible for her age, Thailand. You're not going to hear me dispute that. Hey, take care, Lethea. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, and I'll try to do probably a couple times a month. I'll do kind of like a two-part super stream. be going. My work schedule going to be kicking back into gear in these next couple weeks here, but still going to be out here. I do like starting a little earlier, and for some of the training that we do, one of the classes I teach moved back from 7 o'clock at night to 5:30 on Monday, so I'm glad that we'll be able to keep this 7 o'clock start time. Dude, yeah, almost at 25,000 subs. Crazy, man. Dang. Really thankful for all the support, all y'all show the channel, and hope gives you some good times and good tunes. Thanks again to Thailand for bringing that. We're going now to a little medley here from the Moon Age Daydream movie, the movie about David Bowie that came out, I guess technically last year.
Death, as the last few corpses lay rotting.
We have a little medley. What do we got? The Diamond Dogs intro, Cracked Actor,
Building higher Burgess
and
Hill.
Future Legend.
Red
All right.
mutant eyes gaze down on Hunger City. No more big wheels. Fleas the size of rats sucked on rats the size of cats.
Dude, Jonathan, we had some Kool and the Gang in part 1, and anytime I hear Kool and the Gang, I'm always here for it. Hey, thanks, Tyler. Couldn't do it without y'all. I know that sounds corny, but the channel wouldn't be anything if people didn't watch or roll through.
Family badge of sapphire and cracked emerald.
Basically, it's the Diamond Dogs album intro, but it goes into Cracked Actor instead. Okay. Diamond Dogs. What a record that is, Ed. I know we're on the same wavelength with that. Dude, you're right, Evan David. We need to do a celebratory 25K stream. Crack. I haven't listened to Cracked Actor in ages, and this song absolutely bumps. Hot take: Aladdin Sane better than Ziggy. That is a hot take. I do love Aladdin Sane though quite a bit. I'd still take Ziggy over it, but Lady Grinning Soul, the title track. I gotta bring up the list real quick. Watch That Man, Panic in Detroit, how can I forget? Of course, Cracked Actor, Time Sick. Dude, maybe I'm gonna listen to Aladdin Sane tonight. We reviewed that record, and I was like, yeah, David Bowie, he built it. Yeah, Panic in Detroit, one of my favorite Bowie tunes, actually. And the way it closes with Lady Grinning Soul, Aladdin Sane, man. Incredible. And I do like, on that review, we actually had Mike Garson, who played piano on that record, and played more live shows with David Bowie than anyone. It was like, wow, thanks for the nice review. It's like, you're welcome. I don't think you need to be gassed up by me, but I appreciate the fact that you somehow came across this. Well, thanks to Ed for bringing that, and thanks to Evan David for hanging out with us all night, man. I want to go back, Ace Frehley, as we were talking earlier about going back in time to different concerts at different points in your life. Dude, I gotta check out the live 76 version of Panic in Detroit. You've given me some homework, man. Let's go. That might be fun. Go back to Twitch, give a little, get some videos up in there, you know? For the 25Ks. Throughout this year, I might, I might be going live a little more often, just on random times, random days, you know. So I don't know. Just keep an eye out. Make sure those notifications are on. What's up, Eco Green? Michael Eastman, let's go. So much music to discover in so little time. I saw my final tally for 2022. I listened to 900 albums, so I don't think I'll be beating that in 2023. But I was like, okay, there we go. My lifelong goal is to listen to, I don't know, 15,000 unique albums. I'm at like 2,200 in my life right now. We clock 700 on average a year. I think that's unique albums. That's not even counting revisiting stuff. I don't know. Only the real ones remember, Nicole. Yeah, the 3 a.m. CCR listening party. That was right when COVID was starting to be a thing. I was like, yeah, I don't think COVID will be like a huge deal. I'm sure we'll get through it well. Little did I know. The song Shred, baby. A nice one to end us out. Again, appreciate everybody for rolling through, man. And Happy New Year. I hope 2023 is your best year yet. Surrounded by people and things that you love. Some good tunes, good people. What more can you ask for? It's a catchy jam. That's what you need, man. Give me that hard rock. Give me that hard rock riff and catchy chorus, and I'm here. Dude, Jonathan, be sure to stay tuned. This weekend, we're dropping a Heart Song battle. Crazy on You against Barracuda, probably the two most well-known Heart songs. What is going to come out on top? You'll have to tune in. Bye. All right, y'all. Thanks to Evan David. Not only hanging out with us, but for requesting that one to end our night, man. So many great tunes. If you didn't catch part one, I'd suggest it. We had everything from Paul Simon and the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Prince and just a ton of other artists that are just incredible. That it was what a way to kick off the new year, man. But yeah, I guess that'll do it, man, from me tonight. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on